Has Futsan ever experienced anxiety during the writing process? Do you think it's a severe issue? If so, how do you get through it? Anyone who joined my membership stream yesterday knows that there are just some days when I show up, I plan to write, I actually have some time off in the morning. I can only write in the morning, which is really sad as well. If I try to write at night, I just get distracted. My brain has already gone to sleep by that point after about 6 p.m. If I've had dinner, then my brain just turns to mush and does not want to focus on anything. But yesterday I did what was supposed to be a writing stream, and it went terrible. I ended up spending 3 hours to write about 12 paragraphs. I was supposed to write 3 short stories in that day. Instead, we ended up writing just the one. And yeah, even then I had to force myself through it. I'll probably have to rewrite it. It just happens. Any kind of creative endeavor, I feel like it's very much true. There will be times that you experience anxiety, you experience just not like having complete writer's block or art block, same kind of thing. Just not knowing what you actually want to create right now, not having the ideas flow in your head, and so not being able to ever put them down on paper. And it feels the same kind of way with writing. Even then, there are just some days, and I'm sure this is with art as well, except I can't draw, so I wouldn't know. But I believe it's the same. There are just days when you show up and you plan to actually work on some things, you plan to do a piece of art, and it just doesn't work out. You do your best, but it's just not working. And in those days, you do just have to give up and move on. If so, how do you get through it? Well, yesterday I fought through it because I was doing a live stream. And I did probably some of my worst writing of all time in front of hundreds of people. And yeah, you just have to accept that some days it's got to be like that. For me personally, normally, if I wasn't on a stream, those first 3 paragraphs, I would have been like, nah, this ain't the day. I would have exited out of there. I would have gone. I would have watched something else. I would have gotten my creative juices flowing in some other way. I would have maybe done some menial tasks and just come back to it eventually and been like, okay, is this the day? Let's try. That's the best thing for me, is just trying again and again and seeing what day it actually works. And when it does, latching onto it and going forward. I think everybody has that kind of feeling where, yeah, whether it's just anxiety in general, not knowing what you want to write, having writer's block in general, feeling a bit lost about what you want to create. Everybody has that feeling and everybody has different ways of dealing with it. And I'm sure you'll find your way too. My way is to run away. Does Fufu have any habits when he sleeps? Does he hold anything? That's an embarrassing one. Wow, this is getting into serious questions now. Yes, I do. When it's general habits when I'm asleep, what I actually do is I get into bed and I listen to horror podcasts normally, like creepypastas. There'll be stories that are just like horror based, but because of the way they're written to be like listened to at night. So generally the voices are very relaxing and ASMR-ish. It has that kind of feeling where it just is very chill. You get a voice coming at you with a horror story that's just like, and yes, the monster slid through the balcony, and as you felt him coming your way. So it lulls you into like a false sense of security and relaxation, even though it's also a bit terrifying. When it comes to actually holding anything, yes, I don't actually have a full hug pillow, but I grab a normal full-sized pillow and I actually just hold it to my chest. Because I always sleep on my side, and that's just very relaxing to me. Having like one arm up under my actual pillow and then having an arm wrapped around a pillow at my chest just makes me feel really calm and soothed. Normally I also don't actually use the blankets properly on me and just like put them around the top of my body. I create my own form of hug pillow, for I am forever alone. But it's fine. It's comfortable. And I like the room super cold at night, so it works. Next question. I always thought you have a very strong power inside and you're emotionally stable a lot of the time. How can I be as positive as you are? We love you so much. That is way too sweet and gives me way too much credit. That's not true at all. Heck, if you watched my Chivalry 2 stream the other day with Noctix versus Luxium, I got so moldy about 30 minutes into it and had to take a break, had to relax for like a solid 5 minutes of just silence. But I think it's just important to remind yourself that no matter how you're feeling right now, you have no idea how everybody else around you is feeling. You may feel like this is the worst possible scenario you've ever been in, that the world is ending for you. But look at everyone around you. You have no idea what they're dealing with. No matter what they look like, no matter how happy they are, no matter how healthy they look like they are, you never know what's going on with anyone else. You just have to accept the fact that everybody has pain going on in their life. We all have to deal with it. We all have to move forward. And so, yeah, just little things that get in your way that feel so big at the time. Sometimes you just need to step back for a few minutes, clear your head, breathe deeply, remember that you're gonna get through this, and that there's no point in really focusing on the bad parts of life, on the sad parts of life. Rather, it's better to just think to yourself, someday things might be way worse than this. And so I should enjoy the little good things while we have them. I should have fun with this while I'm here. Yeah. Screw it, we'll get a bit dark with this. There's the phrase memento mori, which is particularly used a lot when it comes to Stoics. Especially Marcus Aurelius really liked to use it. It's the general idea that remember one day you are going to die. And they use that as their doctrine quite a bit. It's just like, remember, you're gonna die. Enjoy life while you can. Be nice to everyone. Do not be a dick just because you're having a bad day. Instead, try to be as polite to everyone as you can. Try to make their experience a bit better. And you'll find that just like that, no matter what anyone says about you, no matter what anyone thinks about you, no matter how anyone treats you, it's all up to them. It's their own problem. You don't have to worry about what they're feeling. You only have to worry about yourself. As long as you feel confident in who you are, you know that what you're doing is what you want to do and you're moving forward in your own way with your own morality, then that's kind of like a power in its own way. You don't have to worry about other people judging you. You don't have to worry about other people deciding if what you've done today is good, if what you've done today is worthy of your position, because you're dealing with your own shit. Sorry, that got a bit dark. We haven't dove into that line of thought in a while. But I think it's very important to focus on that every now and then, have a good time with it. Oh no, my chat broke. Let me refresh this real quick. Sorry. As I said, we get a little bit of scuff every now and then. There we go. Okay. So yeah, that's a thought process that I like to keep in my mind at all times whenever I can. And sorry if this is very hard to understand. We got into some deep questions today. But yeah, I don't feel like I'm particularly emotionally more strong than anyone. I think, yeah, it's just a matter of knowing who you are and being able to move forward.